Brad Williams, Excel Prime.
How to work with external reference formulas. Let me just give you reference formulas. Right here, this is a reference formula. If you're seeing a file, it says D and then this long description, that means the file is closed. If we go to this example here, this workbook is open. The question here is, what about reference to unsaved documents? What am I talking about? We're going to go off this sheet for a second. We're just going to create two new workbooks. Just hit Control N twice. Control N, that means it'll open up two new workbooks. And I did that here. I have book 1 and book 2. I entered 10 in workbook 1. Then I just entered 5 in workbook 2. And I went back to workbook 1 and I said equals T8 plus book 2, which would be, go back, workbook 1. All we're doing is adding those two together. So we're referencing data from a workbook. And here we have C8, book 2, sheet 1, 9. I want to save this. As you normally do, file, save as, just hit browse, and you're going to see that error that I showed you before. Save book 1 with reference to unsaved documents. And that means if you want to save this, why? Well, you're going to save book 1, but book 2 hasn't been saved yet. That's what it's referring to. So we'll hit OK, and we'll just put this in the desktop. Go to desktop, OK. What happens if we delete book 2? Close, don't save. Here we have this reference, F9. Excel continues to see this as a readable number. How does that happen? The book 2 doesn't exist. Well, what we want to do is figure out what's going on here. Well, you can go to data. You want to go to edit links. Here we have this unknown. We'll close this. Let's close this worksheet, book 1. Let's go back in, go file, go book 1. And we still have this reference, but how can that possibly be? This book 2 is saved somewhere, but it's not right. What we need to do is fix this. So we go to data, edit links, status, unknown. How about update values? And we go to book 1, and that's where we are. And we hit OK. What happened? It updated the value, but F9 did not change. Close. Remember, we usually can hit F9, and now it says C8 book 2 sheet 1 E9. Well, book 2 doesn't make any sense because book 2 doesn't exist. So this is a problem. What we want to do is go here, edit link, open source. We couldn't find book 2. So Excel now will attempt to keep this formula alive, even though it's inaccurate. It should give you a reference error. Go to edit links, check status, and it says error not found, source not found. And you're asking what source? Again, it says book 2. So book 2 doesn't exist. And what we need to do is break that. What we can do is put this in just a formula. We would break this formula and just put it as number 10, cancel, break lines. And you can see now that is fixed. Keep in mind, when we're messing with links and you break a link, there's a way to fix them. Go back to 28.4. You open up a file and it says this workbook contains links to one or more external sources that could be unsafe. That could be just overbearing. I mean, you're opening and closing files and workbooks, and you have a choice. You could play that game forever. Update each time or don't update and help. You can override this. Go to Excel Options dialog box. Advanced tab, ask to update automatic links and disable it. So we go up here, we go File, Options, Advanced, the Excel Option dialog box, that's where we are now. Advanced tab, scroll down, to general. It says ask to update automatic links. Turn that off. Okay. If you open up any worksheet with links, you won't have this annoyance. As I just showed in that previous example, if you're having problems with links, we go to data, edit links, check status, and it says warning referring to other. We have to read this. Other workbooks were not updated. You can open this source. We can hit F9. It's 28.3. And go back to 28.4. Hit edit links. You can hit check status. Source is open. Source is open. How about update values? We're good. If you have a broken link, you can track it. You can also hit this startup prompt. You can see what right here below. Here's the startup link that I just showed you. Cancel. Cancel this. Let's close this. Let's just move this. Let's go edit links. You get it startup. Here's the same thing. Let users choose. You could go through and update this on your own. Cancel. Close. All I wanted to do is show you some information Excel is going to throw at you when you're dealing with the links. Brad Williams, Excel Prime, Williams out.